Hey friends, welcome back to the cabin. What I was trying to do is get that cut down in there, or get the dirt loose before it freezes, because next week it's supposed to be very, very cold. So while the ground was wet and loose, I wanted to get those in there because I'm getting ready to build a, I guess what you would call a dog house for the generator. I think what I'm going to end up doing is taking these 4 battens, cutting a section out where I can put a 2x4 in there, give me something to connect to, because we're just going to have a shed roof with maybe 2 sides or maybe 3. This tank can sit right in front. We'll bore a hole through there where the line can hook to that, and then we've got the charge verter, the new extension that we got. We're going to have to bore a hole, bring it out, run it in there, and then we should be set to go as far as weatherproofing the generator. Well friends, so I'm not really for sure what happened. This was the first GFI that I had on. We didn't have any power coming in, so we put this one on. This one didn't have any power coming in. So I went ahead, you know, you guys have watched the videos, I wired everything else up. So I thought today, since it's only, what, 11 degrees outside, I thought I would come in here and just see if I could find something, right? Let's test the bottom. Okay, we got power. Test the top leg. We got power. I don't think those are short enough to go in there. Nope. Alright, I got my Baofeng walkie-talkie right here. Looks like we got power right there, folks. Check the other side. We got power. So I went over to the fuse panel. Sorry I don't have any lighting in here yet. But I went over to the fuse panel and I went ahead and flipped the breaker on, and I came in here and I actually had juice on the feed wire that was coming from the panel. Don't ask me. Maybe is the fact that we had a different breaker in there at the time, but we do have juice in here and it doesn't seem to be anything wrong with the wire. Before, when I would test it, I couldn't get any continuity from this side to the other side. Just one of those life's strange dilemmas, right? But anyway, we do have power in the bathroom right now, so I don't have any worries as far as the wiring goes on the cabin. It was all done correctly. Well, I'm going to see if I can get this cut out right here. And we can start closing this hole back up over here in the cabin that's been open for the last 5 years. Will that fit? Why, yeah, look at that. How about that? I'm using pieces of scraps that I had left over from the juice shed. Put this in. Fit this back in there. Let it go. Hey, how about that? Well, I just about got that insulation in there. Well, let's see if we can get this back on there. Well, friends, we've got this much done. I'm going to have to get some plaster and go over these holes. I think I've still got some paint left. I got to do this seam right here, and I'm going to have to trim this out and finish this 2x4 right here. Then we can put that baseboard down on the bottom, and we can finish this top up here. Well, good morning. I tell you what, it is 8 degrees out here and it is cold. So I thought what I would do is come out here and get a few of my tools. Yesterday when I was in town, I picked up some material. I think I'm going to go ahead and start building the vanity for the bathroom because of the frigid temperatures out here. I would really like to work on that little doghouse, but the weather turned and we're going to have several days of this. So I think that's going to be a change of plan. Well, so this is the material that I was talking about, but yeah, since it's so cold out there, there's no point in me getting out there when I've got stuff that I need to do in here. So I'm going to start working on the vanity. I also picked up some compound to go over the nail heads and the seam over there. I think I still have some paint left over, so I'm going to try to get that sewed up as well. I also picked up 3 rods right here because we have decided to go with curtains on these cabinets, just like we did up there, just like Grandma's old house. And I found this material right here that will go up and cover on each side right there. And then all we have to do is split it back to get into the cabinet. But yeah, instead of being at Grandma's house, it'd be at Grandpa's house because there is no grandma around here, right? So it'd be like, hey, you remember the curtains at Grandpa's house? But anyway, yeah, we picked up 3 rods specifically for that. And what I'm going to do, these right here were made out of a cedar log. I cut one side flat, that way I could screw it in and then bore a hole. So yeah, that is the cheapest way to make curtain rod holders. Yesterday when I was at the hardware picking this material up, they wanted $10 a piece for those little holders right there. I imagine I could have ordered some, but anyway, we'll make our own when it warms up. I think tomorrow it's supposed to be up in the upper 30s. So I'll get out there at the sawmill. I'll take one of the logs, put it on there, trim one side, take it in the chop saw, cut it up, drill holes in it, and we'll be on our way. Well, I thought I would take a short break from that and walk down here and see what I have currently, what my options are to put on the side of that vanity. I've got one piece of cedar left right there, and I've got more down where Jennifer's power route came in. I've got this material right here and a bunch more laying down there. I think what I might do is see if I can use some of that got molded, run it through my planer, skim the top off, burn it and oil it. What do you think? I think that'll look pretty doggone good. Kind of do it like board and batten, make some real thin battens since it's going to be inside. I think it'd be looking good. Okay, let's see if we can get this in the bottom. Maybe I need to turn it over. That side facing up. Okay, we measure 32 and a half, and I think if I make it 36, making myself some marks so that I know where to nail it at. One there, one there. I think it's starting to take just a little bit of shape here. Starting to look okay. You want some dog food? You want some? Care if these line up or not, but I can tell you that these were cut with the old sawmill. Can you see a difference? Well, I think it turned out pretty nice. There's still some other things I'm going to do to it, but leave me some comments and let me know what you think. I'm going to take a little walk down here and let the dogs stretch their legs, because yesterday I believe that I seen where one of the trucks had come in, broke one of the posts down here where I put a culvert. So we'll go down here and assess the damage. Well, it looks like the post is still intact, because here's the concrete when I set it in there. What I'll do is I'll pull that out, set a new one, and put more concrete in it. It doesn't look like this was hurt any. So that shouldn't be too hard to fix. That post has got to be there to hold the log back, which actually holds the dirt back, to keep it from rolling off down the hill in front of the culvert. I've also got another idea of trimming off some more of those boards and putting them on top of that vanity, actually before I cut the hole in it to accept the sink. So leave me some comments and let me know what you think. So I mentioned adding the boards up here on the top, but also I think, let me know what you think, once I get those hemmed and I get them installed there, I think it will look really nice, just like the kitchen cabinets. I did find a small cedar post that was left over from the spindles building the handrail on the cabin. So I got that I can use. All I need to do is get one side of it planed off, get the holes drilled in it, put some polyurethane on it, and then we'll be set to go. And that will save me a lot of money, but I think I'll save that for the next video. Friends, thanks so much for stopping by. We certainly do appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you back up here at the cabin again next time.